I guess I grew up kind of feeling very unheard. I was diagnosed when I was 10, but I was first excluded from, off-road. I'd say it's a very old tragedy because, I was off-road when I was 6 by a teacher that ended up being removed from my position. And obviously the labels followed me to my next school, where I was one of 2 black boys in the class for probably about a week, and then we were split apart, and I was just getting excluded from that school as well. I did 1-day exclusions, just not really spending a lot of time in class. Basically, I'd spend a lot of time playing chess in out of class, so I developed a liking for chess, and I kind of got adverse to punishments. I kind of thought, okay, I'm gonna go play chess. 7 years, that's how long I was in alternative provision, literally from 9, being in a child secure unit for a few months, where I was diagnosed and sectioned as a young person, and then spending 5 years in Peru, which was sold as a school. I was very focused in that environment, but focused because the incentive was me being taken out of there and put back into mainstream school, basically. But obviously that never materialized. I wasn't allowed in my borough because I was such a tyrant, apparently, for my behaviours at 6, between 6 and 9. So I wasn't allowed in the borough. I didn't receive any other assessment after receiving my first assessment of ODD. The yearly assessments weren't in place. I've been very separated from my peers, my community as well. I wasn't reinstated. I'd say there wasn't any barriers in entering the criminal justice system, basically. Well, I got 8 GCSEs out of pupil referral unit, even though I could only do foundation papers. I'm trying to study criminology as well now, with what I've learned. I just wanted to share quickly a photo of me in nursery. I was already on the SEN register. So as nice and as innocent as I look, obviously I was being set up for failure, being given appropriate labels to facilitate, I guess, what the system wants to reproduce, which is poor outcomes for black students. As a 6-year-old, I'm noticing that things are being mentioned about my dad and single mothers and all, grown up with these negative perceptions firmly in my mind. It's a big issue, and it starts a lot earlier than a lot of people expect. I know there's a lot of exclusions in year 9, but there's a breadth of exclusions that are probably undiscovered in primary school as well.